House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler said earlier this week that his committee requested documents from 81 agencies, entities, and individuals as part of its new probe into, quote, alleged obstruction of justice, public corruption, and other abuses of power by President Trump. So which will play worse, the impeachment push or this massive investigation into the president's past? Joining me now, House Judiciary Committee member and Arizona Republican Congressman Andy Biggs. Welcome back, Congressman Biggs.
Hi, Kennedy. Good to be with you.
So am I wrong about my view of impeachment ultimately being very beneficial for the president?
You're spot on. And I'm hoping that the Democrats continue. They're out of control. They're unhinged. But see, what they don't realize is they're kind of playing right into the president's hands, because when he says they're unhinged, when he says they're off the edge, this is what he means, and they're proving his point.
I think you're absolutely right, and it's interesting because the president has a couple of things that he can that Democrats think are working against him, but he's actually using their power in sort of a reverse jujitsu. One is the Green New Deal, and the other is impeachment. But there is the idea that the investigations aren't really about impeachment at all, that it is about weakening the president and creating a perception of an individual who is so compromised he is not fit to serve a second term. What do you think about that?
No, I think you're right. But the problem for them is when they try to bloody him up, nobody's going to take them very seriously. I mean, because they started off with Michael Cohen. So you start with Michael Cohen, who is probably the most compromised witness. When I was trying cases, I would have loved Michael Cohen to be on the other side. And then even as Michael Cohen's going along, he's basically undermining everything. You know, somebody says, well, did he have a love child? No, he didn't have a love child. Did he pay for an abortion? No, he didn't pay for an abortion. How about Russian collusion? No, there's no Russian collusion. I suspect there might be. The point is, Michael Cohen is compromised, and he didn't deliver any of the goods. And on the other side, you know that they're not serious, because I'm going to give you two words on that list that when I read it, I just cracked up. Julian Assange. When they say that they want records from Julian Assange, they want him to come be interviewed. The guy's been hiding out in an embassy because there's extradition orders for him all over the world.
Yes. He's
not going to come out. You can't take anybody seriously.
Maybe Pamela Anderson will come out. She knows a lot about Julian Assange. They dated for a while.
That's
a hot couple right there.
Hey, you know, Kennedy, I always learn something when I'm on with you. That's for sure.
And, you know, our interactions are a delight. But what's interesting here is you have people who are so angry at the president, and they are resisting so hard, and they get so worked up that a lot of independents and Republicans look at people like Rashida Tlaib and Tom Steyer and Maxine Waters, and they say to themselves, I don't like these people. Right. The president makes these people really mad. I think I like the president. And I think their vociferosity actually, again, works in his favor, which means that this is a bad strategy. It's ill-conceived.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, some of these people that are coming after the president, I want to say this gently, but I don't know how to. They're unlikable. They're unlikable characters. They're not people you say, gee, why don't we just sit down and go to lunch or something, or let's have a coffee or something like. Nothing like that with these people.
No, I don't want to go to coffee with Tom Steyer.
No, heavens, you want to say, look, you know, why don't you stay on the other side of the country? Why don't you just stay in California? That'd be great.
It's fine.
And yeah, and that's what they're doing. And then you add anger to it. Now you've got gas on the fire. And then the president, you know, he just goads them. And the left-wing media is saying, oh, this is great, you know, the president, blah, blah, blah. And the reality is most of America, anybody who's paying attention, and most America is not, but anybody who is, even casually, they're going to say, these people are just off their rocker.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
sense.
They're
obsessed and annoying. And, I agree. Not particularly likable. Andy Biggs, you're likable. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kennedy. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks.